Chris Matthews get the American sentiment and the president's dilemma pretty well here, but that's only a small piece of the story.
Is about scaring somebody. So you behead some Americans. The question is, how do you deal with that fear? Reasonably. Can you prevent any attack on the United States ever? No. Can you prevent any entanglement over there without going to war? No. So the president has to come out and say something that's impossible tonight. We can defeat the enemy without any danger to America.
Chuck earlier today said President Obama is in danger of doing, in his language, Jimmy Carter-like damage to the Democratic brand on foreign policy. What do you make of that?
Well, I was a speechwriter for President Carter. Let me tell you, it's a totally different situation. Because I think the issue is American security tonight.
So what do you want to hear in specific, simple language?
I would like to see the president cut through the polling, which is not really reasonable, what it's finding in the polling, and tell the American people, grow up. We're facing a situation we didn't necessarily create. It's Islamic zealotry over there. It's not going to be clean, and it is going to involve casualties. It's going to happen. We're going to get people killed. So if the American people want to do something about ISIS, it's going to be costly. I think he has to tell them, unlike George W., there's going to be a cost to this war.
The fundraiser a few days ago, the president said that social media has made this particular issue look a lot worse than it was. And a lot of people gave him hell for saying that. The reality is he is right. Social media came out. They showed the beheading of 2 Americans. After seeing that horrendous act, if the news media picks it up, it goes viral. Americans are fearful because somehow they believe that could be their reality. Then the news media goes ahead and poll Americans and say, are you scared? Are you scared? Americans say, yes, we are scared. We need to do something about it. It is the media, along with their puppeteers, controlling the emotions of Americans and having them do or behave in an irrational manner. There are thousands of Americans that die every day violently throughout America and throughout the world. Why don't we react the way we are reacting over the beheading of 2 Americans and an ISIS who should really be controlled by folks in that region? Because it isn't dramatized as the beheading of 2 Americans. What has more effect on us here? Crime over here has a lot more effect than anything ISIS can do several thousand miles away. Now we have a president that will be forced by his party, by the other party, to engage, to go back in to war. Why? Because Americans decided that they would be gullible once more. This is insanity, and we all know insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result.